Okay, so we are going to start with our Alzheimer's, which was we had left in last year, and now we are going to start with the same thing. Okay, so we need to complete this remedy first, and then we will move to further remedies. Okay, so I think we had cover up this eye complaint that patient who have come out of continued fever, convulsions, or insanity have paralytic conditions of the eye of the muscles of the eye. Okay, so there is disturbances of vision, so there is farsightedness, drawing tension in some muscles and paralysis in others. There is strabismus. There is one of the most frequently indicated remedy. The strabismus that come from the brain disease should not be cured. Should be cured with this remedy. Okay, so any strabismus which covered up with this remedy. Any strabismus which come up with the brain diseases can be covered with this remedy. Okay, in the Alzheimer's fevers, there is so much of brain trouble and there is left behind tendency to muscular weakness of the eyes. Okay, there are so many brain troubles, so many, it can be a hydrocephalus like conditions, it can be some cerebral ataxia, it can be anything with the fever, but all these things are coming up with the tendency to muscular weakness of the eyes. Okay, there is disturbances of eyes and congestion of the retina, so disturbances of vision, there is double sight, obscuration of vision, night blindness, distorted appearance of the eyes, spasmodic action of the internal recta. Pupils are dilated and insensible to light. Okay, all pupil suddenly it becomes suddenly get dilated and there is insensibility towards the light. Okay, it can be alternate with photophobia also. Sometimes contracted, but there is low unconscious state of the typhoid is likely to be dilated. Then again, after he recovers from the low form of the disease, that is squeezing of the lids, jerking of the muscles of the eyes, so that the eyeball is unsteady. It moves from little spasm of the various muscle of the globe of the eye. Okay, all of the symptoms occur either along with the fever or afterwards. The child goes into convulsions or has period of convulsions where during the course of week 10 or they have been from 15 to 50 convulsions. It may be convulsions have been remedied with belladonna, cuprum or any number of remedies. Afterward, these eye trouble, strabismus, disturbances of vision come up. Okay. We had last time also discussed about the stramonium and belladonna. Now we are going to understand about belladonna and cuprum. Okay. Whenever we are going to think about cuprum and belladonna, uh, well, cuprum, there is a single muscle paralysis or single muscle twitching you will get. Belladonna is used in convulsions, but which is the convulsions are coming up with the fevers. Okay, and eye complaints, especially strabismus, you need to go for Alzheimer's. An object looks like at jump. The letters jump while reading. Spasmodic complaints, periodical complaints, paroxysmal complaints of the nervous character will run through this remedy in various regions and especially in its curve, its stomach troubles and abdominal condition. There is spasmodicity, there is periodicity. You will get paroxysmal of the complaints. Paroxysmal complaints means paroxysmal coughs, paroxysmal stomach troubles, paroxysmal gastritic complaints, dyspepsia can be there. There can be vomiting, which is coming up with the paroxysmally. Okay, so such things will get you will get in this remedy. Okay, now we are revising some of this slide and then we will move further. Okay, so mouth and tongue, mouth bring forth a lot of symptoms. Mouth is very dry as if burned leather. We had discussed it. Okay, dry as if burned leather. Leather has been burned, and such burned leather, such appearance of the mouth you will get. The tongue tastes like soul leather, but because of dryness, sometimes patient will say, my tongue rattle in my mouth. It is so dry. Okay, very great dryness in the mouth, throat, nose, wherever the mucous membrane are dry, cracked, red, it will be bleed in low form of typhoid. About the second week, going into the third, and teeth are covered with a black bird, the lips cracked and bleeding. Okay, so whenever you are going to understand about its mouth complaints, there is lot of dryness. Okay, lot of dryness, tongue become really very dry, and there is dry, cracked, red, redness of the mucous membrane, and there is bleeding. There is low form of typhoid about the second week going into third, and teeth are covered with the black blood, lips cracked and bleeding. Such type of pathology you can also find out in Merck Sol or Merck Cor. Now let me tell you difference between Merck Sol and Merck Cor. Okay, so whenever you are going to understand in Merck Sol, solivus, okay, solivus is its complete name is Merck Sol, Merck Solivus. So whenever you are going to understand Merck Sol is basically given in the pathology where pathology covers the miasm of syphilis. There is destruction, but pathology seems to be like inflammatory pathologies. Okay, whenever core come up in a picture, whenever more core come up in a picture, cores means corrosiveness. Okay, there is corroding of the parts. Okay, there is corrosion of the parts, there is destruction of the part. Here in Mercor there is a pathology which is really in pathology is really in a destructive way, where you are going to get that destruction. So there can be a crack, there can be a bleeding, there can be a leathery feeling. Okay, so such type of pathology you are also going to get in this hyosymus. We'll move further. Tongue cracked and bleeding, patient unconscious except by mouth shaking or repeated calling by its roused, and slowly puts out the trembling of tongue, which is covered with the blood, cracks, and it's dry. Sores on the teeth in a low forms of fear. Okay. Twitching of the muscles of the face upon attempting put out of the tongue. It trembles like it does in lachesis. Have you seen the tongue of lachesis? Okay, it trembles like snake. Okay, catch on the teeth from its great dryness. Jaw hangs out, relax the mouth wide open. The whole mouth is dry and offensive. Sometimes during fever, jaw becomes fixed as if it were locked, and it with great difficulty that can be moved. Close teeth tightly together, pulsating pain in the teeth, jerking, throbbing, tearing in the teeth, sores on the teeth, and in sleep there is a low form of the fever. He grinding the teeth. Children's either in the convulsions or between the convulsions in congestion. Also grind the teeth in night, and in this comatose state. Okay, so whenever you are going to get that comatose state in the children, when children are going to go in the coma, such feelings, sleeping, convulsion, grinding teeth, congestion, you will get in this remedy. Okay, we'll move further. Tongue is red, brown, dry, cracked, and hard. This line is really very important in this remedy. Tongue is red, it is reddish, there is brownish appearance of tongue, it is completely dry, there is crack on the tongue and it becomes hard. Look like a burned leather. A tongue does not obey the will. Difficult motion of the tongue, it is stiff, protruded with great difficulty. Biting the tongue in talking, the tongue becomes paralyzed, loss of speech, utters inarticulate sound, speech embarrassed, talk with difficulty. So these are nothing but the rubrics. Okay, biting the tongue in the talking, tongue become paralyzed, loss of speech, utter inarticulate sound, speech embarrassed, talk with difficulty. These all are the rubrics in which you will get hyosymus is a predominant remedy. The muscles of the throat, of the tongue, those that take part in swallowing, the muscles of esophagus, of pharynx will become stiff, paralyzed, so that swallowing is become difficult. Okay, there is paralysis of the muscles of the esophagus and larynx and pharynx, which leads to spasm. Okay, which leads to difficulty in swallowing, and also there is cough. Okay, food is taken into throat, come up into the nose, fluid come out of the nose or go down into larynx. The sight of water or hearing of running water, attempt to swallow the water, produces spasmodic constriction of the esophagus. Okay, so I said about spasms. Okay, there is a spasmodic constriction of the esophagus which leads to food will come into throat and then into nose. Fluid suddenly come out in the nose and go into the larynx. So there is a sudden cough which is produced by such things. Okay, these things can happen normally if you are talking, if you are laughing loudly while eating something, then such things can occur. Okay, We'll move further. Stomach and abdominal symptoms. The next very important feature of this remedy or of this medicine is the stomach and abdominal symptom. Vomiting, dread of water, but unquenchable thirst. There is vomiting, there is lot of vomiting, but dread of water. These people cannot really take water, but there is unquenchable thirst. Thirst is really very high. You cannot it is not possible to be without water for this patient for hour. Okay, aversion to water, and it is there from the stomach. Mental fear of the water. Okay, stomach is distended, great pain in the stomach, dryness evidently in the stomach. There is evidently in a stomach like there is in the mouth, because it evidently in a stomach because it occurs along with it. Burning and smarting in the stomach, and when there is no inflammation, there is vomiting of blood, stitching pain, colicky pain, distension, the distension of the whole abdomen. Abdomen wonderfully distended, almost to bursting. Okay, distension with the flatulence, you will get distension with such thing, they with distension, with burning, with distension, with smarting in the stomach you will get, but there is no inflammation in their or vomiting of blood. Stitching pain is there, colicky pain is there, and all with this come up with the sudden and complete distension, full distension of the whole abdomen. Okay, is wonderfully distended, almost to bursting. We'll move further. It feel like a drum, a tympanic drum. Okay, the abdomen will feel like a drum. There is a great soreness, can hardly touch to the abdomen because of soreness. Such type of pathology, if you are going to think why is a disease, you will get such type of soreness, can hardly touch the abdomen because of the soreness. Such type of symptom you will get in ascites. Okay, it cannot be handled, cannot be turned except with a great difficulty, very slowly, with caution. Okay, cutting pain in the abdomen, then inflammation of the all viscera abdomen in low typhoid state with a great distension, petechiae upon the abdomen such as found in a typhoid. Then come into diarrhea, very much like which is found in the low form of continued fever. uh, Diarrhea come up with continued fever. There is low form of continued fever. There is petechial hemorrhages on abdomen. There is petechial, a small coagulation, a small part of our small part which is red, which is seen on the skin. Okay, so such petechiae found upon the abdomen, as in typhoid. Then whenever you are going to see about the diarrhea of Alzheimer's, there is continued low form of fever which leads to diarrhea. Okay, bleeding from the bowels, ulcerations of Peyer's gland, and the yellow corporeal mushy stool, cornmeal mushy stool. Okay, it's really bad. The yellow cornmeal mushy stool. The hyoscyamus, there is mushy stool that occurs in typhoid fever. Pappy consistency. Again, the watery, horrible, offensive, bloody fluid. Most of the time, stool and passage are painless. Okay, so understand these stools very properly. There is mushy stool that occur in a typhoid fever. Peppy consistency is there, and again these stools are watery, horribly offensive, and bloody fluid is there in this stool. Okay, painless discharges from bowel. There is no discharges while passing stool. Watery mucus, sometimes odorless but commonly very offensive. Then another part of it, that is patient has no realization of passage. It is involuntary. Both the urine and the stools are passes without without that patient's knowledge, without his knowledge. Watery and bloody, mushy, hysterical females and young girls who are subjected to attack of diarrhea and bloody stool, relaxed state of the bowels connected with the relaxation of the uterus. Diarrhea during pregnancy, diarrhea during typhoid fever, paralysis of the sphincter anus, paralysis of the bladder after labor, so that urine remains in the bladder with no desire to urinate. Okay, so these are the important part of your Alzheimer's. This is important part about diarrhea. We'll move further. Bladder. The routine remedy for retention of urine after labor is causticum. Causticum like rust. Uh, Rust means rust ox. It is great remedy for the effect of strain upon the muscles and parts that violent effort that woman passes through in the expelling the child many instances leaves all the pelvis muscle tried to relax and paralyze. Then come that which mentioned, which is really belong to the general state more than a local violent sexual desire. Violent sexual desire in a girl who never had that desire coming on manifesting itself only during the inflammation of the brain. Okay. Labor like pain from taking cold. Okay, labor like pain from taking cold. A cold settles in the uterus, bringing a painful menstruation. Hyoscyamus has various cramping, cramps in the finger, toes of the muscles here and there, temporary paralysis, etc. It has suppressed menstruation. There are many conditions belonging to menstruation. Pregnancy and parturition are the hysterical characters. Twitching, cough, constipation, diarrhea, etc. that belongs to the hysterical nature. Okay, this patient have hysterical nature. This patient have hysterical constipation. This patient also have hysterical diarrhea and hysterical twitching. This remedy is really important remedy in your puerperal convulsions. It jerks violently and oncoming of the convulsions after miscarriages, hemorrhages of a bright red blood, no desire of the bladder to expel the contents voice. And then comes to the voice is really important part of this remedy. The larynx, respiration and cough, constriction of the larynx, much mucus in the larynx and air passage makes the speech and voice rough. Hoarseness with the dry inflammation of the throat, speech is difficult. Hysterical aphonia is there. Hyoscyamus and Varadram are two medicines that cure and makes a nervous hysterical woman a great deal more sensible. Difficult spasmodic respiration from the spasm of the chest, apparently to loss of breath and rattling in the chest. Now there is difficult spasmodic respiration. Okay, there is a spasm. So this is important remedy in bronchitis. Okay, so this is important remedy in your asthma. This remedy will not useful in your interstitial lung diseases. Got it? Whenever I try to tell you, understand the pathology of a disease, understand the pathogenesis of the remedy, and then prescribe it. When you are going to read about Burnett and when you are going to read about boric, this become very important for to understand the prescription of the remedy. Okay, so there is hysterical aphonia of hyoscyamus and veratrum. Wherever you are going to get that it can cure the nervous hysterical woman a great deal with which is more sensible. A difficult spasmodic respiration from spasm of the chest, apparently it can lose of a breath, rattling in the chest. Hysterical cough in a sensitive and hysterical girl or a sensitive woman with spinal irritation have paroxysmal cough coming periodically, coming from excitement, cough aggravation with excitement. When this patient lies down in the daytime, at the night, at any time, on will come the spasmodic cough with constriction of the larynx, spasm in the larynx, choking, gagging, and vomiting. Okay, you will get such type of cough which having spasm, which having choking, gagging, vomiting, a spasmodic cough just by lying down. Okay, similar remedies your lycopodium. Then redness of the face and suffocation. It is dry, hacking, choking cough that racks the whole body in a spinal affection, tingling in the larynx, dry, hacking, spasmodic cough, worse by lying in a bed, by sitting, worse at night after eating and drinking the water. Okay. Then dry, hacking, spasmodic cough, which is get worse by lying, better by sitting, worse at night after eating, drinking, talking, and singing. Dry, spasmodic, persistent cough. Then there is uh, but the characteristic of cough is really very dry, raking, and harassing cough, worse by lying down. Those young women and girls with the sore spot on the spine from the coccyx to brain, sore places manifest themselves when leaning back against the chair. This take a little cold in the larynx. Sometimes it is purely form of a nervous attack. Sometimes spinal irritation, spinal curve in those that have curvature of the spine. During cough, spasm in the larynx, cough by worse cough become worse at midnight. The cough wakes the patient up from the sleep. Cough in a cold air from eating and drinking. Cough after measles. Violent spasmodic cough. Cough is the most exhausting Cough will sometimes last until patient is covered with sweat and it is exhausted and lean forward to get a little relief. He coughs until he is exhausted. Spasm of the muscles of the chest. Contraction of the muscles of the one sided of the neck, spinal meningitis with convulsions, paralytic weakness of the limbs, convulsions of the muscles, twitching frequently with twitching of the muscles of the hands and feet. Sleep, many complaints come during the sleep. Sleep is a great tribulation in the nervous patient. Sleepless or constant sleep, either awake or sleep, there may be muttering, long continued sleepless, lascivious dream, as I had already explained in last lecture how much lasciviousness in this Alzheimer's. Okay, lying on the back, he suddenly sits up and then lies down again. That means the patient wakes up out of sleep, look around, wonder what terrible things he has been dreaming about. He dreams seems real. He looks all about and sees nothing of the object of his dream. He lies down and goes to sleep again. He keeps doing that all night. He keeps doing all that night, start up in a fright, jerk in the sleep, cries out, grates the teeth. Okay, there is grinding the teeth, laughing during sleep with so much of brain trouble as belong to this medicine. We would accept the dreams and the fright of disturbances, twitching, trembling in the sleep. It fevers are low form of fever, the continued fever of the typhoid. Okay. Modalities: it gets worse at night, during menses, after eating, when lying down, and better by stooping. Relationship: it can be get antidoted by belladonna and your camphora. Okay, so this is all about this lecture. I will conclude this lecture over here. If anyone has any query, please let me know in your in our WhatsApp group. Okay, or you can directly call me and you can ask me directly. So we will stop over here. Okay, thank you.